Good morning, grade one. It's Thursday, April 23rd, 2020, and today is 4-23-20, as I said. Here are the things that you could write in your assignment book. You're going to read Three Men in the Fiery Furnace from your Bible storybook. That's one of my favorite stories. Do you like that one too? And discuss the questions with your family that are on the second side of that. Remember, you have a memory treasure today, Matthew chapter 4, verse 10. So please give me a call or take a video and send that to me as well. For reading, we have Word Workbook, page 66 and 67, Backpack, page 32, and then in just a few minutes, I'm going to go through our new Super Duper book. It feels like it's been a long time since we've had one, and this week it's about America's parks, and that's perfect because this is National Parks Week. Don't forget your writing assignments, and those you remember, all of these things that you have for Super Kids, those are things that you want to be taking pictures of and sending to Mrs. Strand so that she can help you with that. And especially your writing, that's something that she has to do every day, and so that you keep up with the lesson for her. We'll be doing lesson 124, and you do have to have a page to work with me on that. And that is, yours is not pink, yours is white. It says polygons on top. And it's lesson worksheet 124. So if you'd grab your binder, okay, if you just keep all your pages in your binder is fine. Bring your binder right out and a pencil and that sheet, and we'll go through that in a little bit as well. Keep reading your EPIC books and taking your AR tests right away. And then today you have a spelling test on your words for Unit 12, Week 2. Okay, Unit 12, Week 2. So this is a spelling test, not the pre-test, not vocabulary test, a spelling test. Okay, and make sure you practice your words before you do that. All right, let's see. What should we do first? Reading or math? Let's go in alphabetical order, okay? Which way would that be? Math comes first. M is before R. So we're going to talk about math today. And today in math, we're going to talk about polygons. Let me write that word on the board right here by your map. Polygons. Have you ever heard that word before? Probably you have, because I have talked about polygons before in school with some of your other classmates, haven't I? Polygons. I'm going to switch to my other screen, and I'm going to show you a few things about polygons, and then we're going to work together on part of the worksheet that you have from your book, okay? Are you ready? I'm going to switch to my other screen. Remember, if you ever need to pause the video to go and get something, go ahead. It's all right. You can come right back to it when you're ready. And here we go. So here's the definition of a polygon. A polygon is a closed shape made with straight lines. I gave you an example here of three shapes that are polygons. They are definitely polygons. They are a closed shape. That means if I put a kitty cat in this box, he won't be able to get out. There's no exit for him, okay? So closed shape, and it's made with straight lines. No curves, all straight lines. So it has to be closed, straight lines. And notice that these are flat. They're not geometric solids like we've looked at with a cube or a cone or a sphere. They are flat as well, aren't they? Now, some polygons have special names. What's the name of this special polygon? Did you think of rectangle? That's a name for that special polygon, rectangle. How about the one in the middle? You got it, triangle. 1, 2, 3 sides on a triangle. How about this one? How many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A hexagon. All right, very good. Now, I drew 3 more shapes here, and I'd like you to think, are they a polygon? Do they follow these rules or not? Yes or no? Let's look at this first shape. Yes or no? No, not a polygon. He's in the no spot. How about this one? Yes, this is a polygon. Now, this one can have a special name too. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you know that an 8-sided shape is called an octagon? Now, we often think about the shape that we see when we see a stop sign. And you're right, that is an octagon as well. It has 8 sides, but any shape that has 8 sides is an octagon. Just like any shape, as long as it has 6 sides, is a hexagon. How about this one here? Is he a polygon? No. I see an opening right here where a critter would be able to escape. So that would not be a polygon. All right? So what about you? Can you draw some polygons? Polygons are fun to draw. You can just draw straight lines. And see how many sides you can get. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did a 9-sided polygon. Let's try another one. Now I tried my best. What kind of polygon is that? That is a square. I tried to make each of my sides be equal to make it be a square. 1, 2, 3, 4. A special kind of rectangle, right? Okay. How about you? Are you ready to try it? All right. So then take your worksheet page, write your name on top, and here you're going to draw a 3-sided polygon. Now, one of the ways that you can do that, and before you start, I guess I should have shown you this. Sometimes it helps if you make however many dots they tell you, 1, 2, 3, and then you can connect those dots, and that will help you too. You just have to make sure, like, it wouldn't work to make them all in a straight line, right? That won't work. They have to be apart from one another. But they can be all sorts of different ways. So when you have a harder shape, that's something that you can do as well. Let's see. Draw a polygon for me, a 3-sided polygon. You can make it any way you like, as long as it has straight sides. And on this one, we have to have 1, 2, 3, and they have to each touch, right? They touch, touch, touch. So a 3-sided shape has 3 angles, doesn't it? 3 corners. How about a 4-sided polygon? Can you draw me a 4-sided polygon? One, two, three, four, 5. Oh, that didn't work for me. I'm going to have to erase and try again. That one had 5 sides. So sometimes we give something a try and it doesn't work. What do you think? Does that look like a very straight line? I don't think so either. Isn't it wonderful that God had someone make erasers? I think so too. And now I have to erase that little part that doesn't match. Yep, I didn't do it quite the way I should have the first time, so I erased and I tried again. Is this a 4-sided polygon? Is it a flat shape? Yes. Is it closed? Yes. Does it have straight lines? It does now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now on the last 2 boxes, we have to find the 5-sided polygons. So one of the ways that you can do that is, remember how I put dots in the corners, you can do that and count as well. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is not a 5-sided polygon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that one is a 5-sided polygon. And by the way, do you know the special name for a 5-sided polygon? Would you write that with me in this box? It's called a pentagon. A 5-sided polygon is a pentagon. Let's try C. Oh, that's not a polygon at all. How do we know? It has an opening there. I suppose I shouldn't put a circle there, or the teacher might think I'm circling that one. But we know this one isn't a polygon at all. It has an open side. Our critter could get out. Let's try D. Does that look like a pentagon to you? Does it look like it has 5 sides? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? It is. We could also check the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is definitely a 5-sided polygon, a pentagon. One last one to go. The 6-sided polygons. Do you remember the special name for a 6-sided polygon? Let's write that in our box as well. Hexagon. H-E-X-A-G-O-N. Hexagon. I suppose we should have put the correct names in these up here too. A 3-sided polygon is a triangle. And this isn't really a rectangle because I made it with different sides. So we would have to call that one, ready for this big name? A quadrilateral. That's a big word, isn't it? Quad means 4. 4-sided shape is a quadrilateral. Well, I'm going to let you do this one on your own. I want you to find the 6-sided polygons. Find any shapes that are hexagons that have 6 sides. You can tick off the sides as you count. You can make the dots, but double check so that you can have your polygons circled correctly. And then have your family take a picture of this page and send it to me, okay? All right. One last thing I'm going to show you on this side, and you don't have a page that goes along with this, but it's just something I wanted to share with you, okay? So let's say we've got some circles here, okay? Let's see if I can get them so you can see both at the same time. There we go, that works. Well, the first circle I'm going to divide in 2 pieces. Best I can in 2 pieces. Now, what do we call each piece? You're right, 1/2 or 1/2. Look at your next circle. What did I divide this circle into? How many parts? You're right. Each section is 1/4 or 1/4. Yep, each section is 1/4. Sometimes it's kind of fun if you've got, maybe you could think of a cake or a cookie, something like that. See if you can ask mom to use a knife and divide it in half. Divide it in fourths, or maybe a pancake. Make your pancake and divide it into those sections. Eat 1/4 at a time. It would be, if it was a big pancake, it would be hard to eat 1/2 at a time, wouldn't it? That would be a lot to fit in your mouth. Yes. So cutting things, even like your food, to show 1/2 or to show 1/4. Back to me. Hi. All right. How are you doing on your takeaway 10s? All right, just remember that each time that you're subtracting 10 from a number, the tens digit gets one less and the ones digit stays the same. All right, if you have any questions, make sure you give me a holler and I'll be more than happy to help with that. The next thing you'll need is your America's Parks book. And so if you need to grab that, pause the video and go and get it. I'm going to grab mine from back here. Here we go. All right, and the first thing I'd like you to do is read the pictures. All right, so take a minute to read the pictures. Oh, that's a beautiful picture on the front cover. Wow. Look at those horns. Oh. Oh my. Isn't it amazing of all the things that God has made? And these are all in the United States of America. Remember, our title was America's Parks. So these are places we could easily go to, not right now, but when it's safe to do so. Oh, look at all these kids having fun on the back cover. Cool. All right, let's take a moment now. Excuse me, I got a tickly nose. Let's take a moment to look at our story words on the back. What's that first word with a capital A? America. Right, that's where we live. The next word? Parks. The next word has a long I sound there. That I makes the long I sound. Wild, correct. Oh, there's a big one. National. National, that means of our nation. National. Water. Oh, next we have a compound word. Underground. Underground. And then our last one, that's an animal. Crocodiles. After a while, crocodile. All right, next, would you please go through as I read it to you, and you turn the pages with me, okay? Our title is America's Parks. Page 1. The parks you go to may have slides and swings, but there are other parks you can visit that have cliffs and caves and wild animals. These parks are national parks that belong to every person in America. And then down on the bottom, it tells us where this park is picture is taken from. Rocky Mountain National Park. Page 2. This park has lots of big animals and hot springs. It has spots where hot water sprays up from deep underground. Fantastic! And this is in Yellowstone National Park. A park can be underground. This park is a cave where tunnels stretch on for miles and miles. In some spots, the cave is so little you can't stand up. In other spots, the cave is so big you can't see to the other side. The park is the park is named Mammoth Cave. Its name fits perfectly. Do you know what mammoth means? Huge. And that is Mammoth Cave. I remember Eric talking about being to Mammoth Cave, don't you? This park has lots of steep, rocky cliffs. Way down at the bottom of the cliffs is a river. You can ride a mule from the top of the cliffs down to the bottom. Hang on. Oh my goodness, I didn't know you could do that. That's amazing. And that's a picture of the Grand Canyon. Wow. Page 5. Cape Cod has lots of beaches. You can swim and play in the sand. If you look across the water, you could get lucky and spot a whale jumping out in the sea. Cape Cod National Seashore. That would be on the east coast, the Atlantic Ocean. And our last page here, page 6, the Everglades has miles and miles of wetlands. Many different animals make their home here, from tiny frogs to big crocodiles. And these are at the Everglades, like in Florida. And then look at the back. Oh, I just love looking at all these pictures of kids. It makes me miss you guys so much. America's national parks protect land and animals. Every park is a bit different, but a kid can have a terrific time in each and every one. This week is National Parks Week. And there are a lot of things if you go to the National Park System, nps.gov, www.nps.gov. There are a lot of different things that you can do from your computer, little virtual tours and different things like that. There are activities for kids to do. So maybe check that out and see what you can do for seeing national parks. If we were together, you'd be able to tell me if you have visited any of these national parks before. If not, I hope you make it a plan with your family to get to a national park, perhaps this summer. Have a great day. I think I've covered everything I needed to. If you have any questions, give me a holler, okay? Can't wait to hear your memory treasure. Bye-bye.